This is part 3 of the tutorial that I'm doing on basics that's leading up to a more in-depth tutorial on the plum flower. Last two tutorials we dealt with the downward wield and we dealt with its reverse, the upward wield. Okay, those are the basics of the basics. Now I wanted to talk a little bit about how those two things work with each other and with the different sides of your body. Though while on this side, the upward wield and the downward wield are mirror images of each other. They're the same motion, reversed. The blade doesn't necessarily need to stop to switch between the two. Okay, what's an upward wield on this side of the body becomes a downward wield on this side of the body. To demonstrate and to get a feel for this, what I suggest is practicing large circles. So if you watch, or if you observe here, I'm going to keep my arms straight, or as straight as I reasonably can. Okay, and what I'm doing here is I'm just sort of letting the blade continue doing what it's doing. And if you notice, what's a downward wield on this side becomes an upward wield on this side. If you can do this, then the plum flower, which is going to be the next move, is going to be pretty easy for you, because it's just adding an obiani into this sequence. But practicing this gives you a good feel for it. Treat your arm like it's the hand on a clock. And at 3, 6, 9, and 12, we're adding in a beat. So downward, downward, upward, upward, downward, downward, upward, upward. Alright, and if we were to reverse this, we could do downward, downward, upward, upward, downward, downward, upward, upward. Okay, so if you get a feel for that circle and the way that it works, and we can do that with figure eights. I can stall on either side. So if I'm doing this, I just add in that 6 o'clock beat, turn my body, and I'm over here at 9 o'clock doing upward wheels. I add in that 12 o'clock beat, and I'm over here doing downward wheels. 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Okay, so that's basically the directionality of the blade, and you notice that it keeps spinning the same direction. It's just it looks different on opposite sides of the body. I can move with this as well, and I suggest at least trying to do a little bit of moving with it. We're going to deal later with how the obiani spin is going to help you turn, but just the general. I'll back up to the side here. I can just walk with this. Just practice sort of moving with the blade and keeping it moving the entire time. A lot of spinning is going to require you to keep the motion going, to try to transition from one spot to another without stopping. So hopefully this has been of help, and in the next tutorial we'll move one step further on this and move into turning with the obianis and the full plum flower. And until then, I'll see you on the forums.